My beloved child, there is something you were never meant to hear this way, a confession spoken in a trembling voice when your name was not supposed to be in the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what you are about to understand is not gossip, not drama, not imagination. It is a truth that has been circling around you quietly, waiting for the right moment to surface. Right now, somewhere behind closed conversations and lowered voices, she is terrified. Not of you in a harmful way. Not of what you might do. She is terrified of what she feels. And that changes everything. You have sensed it, haven't you? The shift in her tone. The hesitation before replying. The way she avoids eye contact sometimes, yet watches you when you turn away. You thought maybe you were overthinking. Maybe it was coincidence. But it was never random. There was a confession. A moment when she admitted something she thought she could control. And the words that left her mouth were not casual. They were heavy with emotion. Pause for a second and breathe this in. This is not about fear in a dark sense. This is about the fear of losing control over feelings that are growing faster than she expected. The fear of being seen too clearly. The fear of being vulnerable in front of someone who has unknowingly become important. She said your name differently. Softer. Slower. And when someone asked her what was really going on, she did not laugh it off the way she usually does. There was silence first. Then honesty. A confession that surprised even her. She is terrified because she did not plan for you. Let that sink in. You entered her world in a way that disrupted her emotional balance. She had plans. She had rules for herself. She had boundaries carefully designed to protect her peace. And then you appeared, not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily. And suddenly, her carefully built emotional walls began to feel fragile. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The confession behind your back was not about something negative. It was not criticism. It was not rejection. It was vulnerability leaking out in a moment when she thought she was safe to admit it. She confessed that your presence affects her more than she expected. That your words linger longer than they should. That when you are quiet, she wonders why. That when you smile, it stays in her mind for hours. She is terrified because she realizes she is starting to care deeply. And caring deeply means risk. There was a night when she replayed your conversation in her head. Over and over. She questioned why certain phrases felt meaningful. Why certain glances felt intense. Why certain silences between you felt louder than noise. She told someone close to her that she doesn't understand what is happening to her heart. And that confession was not dramatic. It was whispered, almost embarrassed. She is terrified because you see parts of her that others miss. You listen differently. You respond differently. You don't rush her. You don't force energy. And that kind of presence is rare. It makes her feel exposed in a beautiful way. And exposure, even when it is safe, can be overwhelming. Something shifted recently. You might have noticed a slight distance, or maybe a little tension in her voice. That is not disinterest. That is her trying to regain composure. Trying to calm emotions that are moving faster than she can manage. She admitted that when you are around, her heart feels restless. Not anxious. Not uncomfortable. Just awakened. And awakening can be terrifying when you were used to sleeping emotionally. Stay till the end. Because this is where it becomes even more powerful. The shocking part of the confession was this: she is afraid of how much you matter already. You were not supposed to matter this soon. You were not supposed to feel this significant. She told herself she would stay guarded. She promised she would not fall into emotional intensity again. And yet, here she is, confessing that she feels something undeniable. She is terrified because she sees potential. Not fantasy. Not illusion. Potential. She imagines conversations that have not happened yet. She wonders what your future choices might look like. She thinks about what it would mean if this connection deepened. And those thoughts both excite and scare her. Behind your back, she said that you feel different. That your energy feels calm but powerful. That you carry something steady that makes her want to lean closer emotionally. But leaning closer means risking disappointment. It means risking being misunderstood. It means risking attachment. And she has been hurt before. Not in a dramatic way. Just in the normal, human way where trust was placed and things did not unfold as expected. So now, even when something beautiful begins, fear walks alongside it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The confession was not loud. It was not announced. It was not meant for your ears. But truth has a way of finding its way to the surface. And the truth is simple: she is terrified because you are becoming important to her heart. She is trying to act normal. Trying to keep conversations light. Trying to avoid revealing too much too quickly. But every time you show consistency, every time you show depth, every time you surprise her with emotional intelligence, her fear grows, not because you are dangerous, but because you are safe. And safety can be the most overwhelming feeling for someone who is not used to it. She confessed that she does not want to mess this up. That she does not want to misread you. That she does not want to fall alone. And that is where her terror truly lives. Not in you. But in uncertainty. She wonders if you feel the shift too. She wonders if you notice the way she pauses before replying. The way she types and deletes messages. The way she replays your last interaction in her mind. There is a softness in her now when she thinks about you. And that softness scares her because it makes her vulnerable. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is this realization. Sometimes the person who seems distant is not losing interest. They are processing intensity. She is terrified because she cannot pretend you are ordinary anymore. You have crossed into significance. And that confession behind your back was the moment she stopped denying it. The energy between you is not accidental. It is building. Slowly. Quietly. Intentionally. And she feels it. Stay till the end, because this part matters. Her fear is temporary. But the truth she confessed is permanent. She cares. She feels. She is affected. And she does not know yet how to hold all of that without trembling. Right now, you might be wondering what this means for you. It means patience. It means awareness. It means understanding that sometimes the strongest emotions come wrapped in hesitation. The shocking confession was not about weakness. It was about depth. And depth always feels overwhelming before it feels secure. This is only the beginning. Because what she has not admitted out loud yet, even in private, is that a part of her is hoping you feel it too. Don't skip what is unfolding. Stay till the end of this journey. Something huge is waiting for you. And this was only the first layer of the truth. There was a moment she almost told you everything, but she stopped herself at the last second. That pause you noticed? That unfinished sentence? That sudden change of topic? It was not random. It was the weight of a confession sitting on her tongue, fighting between courage and caution. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened after that private confession behind your back changed the way she sees you forever. After admitting her feelings in a quiet conversation, she expected relief. She thought speaking it out loud would make it smaller, easier to manage. But the opposite happened. The truth became more real. More powerful. More undeniable. She started noticing you differently. Every word you say now carries meaning she did not search for before. Every gesture feels intentional. Even your silence feels significant. She never planned for this level of emotional awareness. And now she cannot turn it off. The shocking part? She confessed that you feel like a turning point. Not just someone interesting. Not just someone attractive. A turning point. She admitted that meeting you feels like standing at the edge of something that could redefine her story. And that realization both excites and terrifies her. Stay till the end. Because this is where it deepens. She is not afraid of you rejecting her. She is afraid of how deeply she would fall if she allowed herself to fully step forward. She is afraid that if she opens her heart completely, there will be no way to pretend it was casual. And this connection is no longer casual. She told someone that when you look at her, it feels like you see beyond the surface. Like you notice the quiet details she never explains. Like you understand moods she does not describe. That kind of emotional recognition is rare. And rare things feel intense. Don't skip. Because here is the truth that shook her the most, she realized she feels safe imagining a future with you. She did not mean to imagine it. It happened naturally. A thought about a conversation months from now. A small vision of shared laughter in a simple moment. A quiet scene where your presence feels permanent instead of temporary. And when she caught herself imagining that, she pulled back. Because imagining a future means hoping. And hoping means risking disappointment. So she created a little distance. Not to move away from you, but to slow her own heart down. She started analyzing your words more carefully, watching for signs, looking for reassurance without asking for it directly. She is terrified of misreading the situation. In her confession, she admitted that she does not know if you feel the same depth. She wonders if your calmness hides something bigger. She wonders if your steady presence means you are already sure, or if you are just naturally composed. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Her fear is proof of value. If you were ordinary to her, there would be no trembling, no hesitation, no private admissions, no emotional processing. The confession behind your back included a sentence she barely whispered, "I think he could change my life." That sentence startled even her. She is not talking about dramatic change. She is talking about emotional alignment. The kind that shifts priorities. The kind that makes old patterns feel outdated. The kind that makes someone want to become softer, braver, more open. And she does not know if she is ready for that transformation. Stay till the end. Because what you need to understand is this: she is fighting two forces inside her. One side wants to lean in fully, to trust, to speak honestly, to stop pretending she is unaffected. The other side wants to protect herself, to maintain control, to move slowly. You are at the center of that internal conflict. She replays your conversations when she is alone. Not because she doubts you, but because she is trying to understand how something so natural can feel so powerful. There was another confession too. She admitted that when she does not hear from you, she feels a small ache she cannot explain. Not panic. Not fear. Just a quiet longing. And that longing startled her because she prides herself on independence. You have become a thought she carries without trying. Don't skip. Because this is where the emotional intensity reaches another level. She is terrified not of losing you, but of needing you. Needing someone emotionally means trusting them with your inner world. It means allowing them to see insecurities, dreams, doubts. It means letting them influence your happiness. And that level of vulnerability feels enormous. But here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation hidden inside her confession: she has not felt this depth in a very long time. Not this clarity. Not this calm intensity. Not this quiet certainty that something meaningful is unfolding. She told someone that being around you feels different from anything she has experienced before. Not louder. Not flashier. Just deeper. More grounded. More real. And real feelings cannot be ignored. So now she stands at an invisible crossroads. One path says remain guarded. Keep it light. Protect yourself. The other path says step forward. Be honest. Take the emotional leap. She is terrified because she senses you might be worth that leap. Stay till the end. Because there is one final layer to this confession. She is not just afraid of her feelings. She is afraid that if she waits too long, she might miss the moment when you are ready to. She worries that silence could create misunderstanding. She worries that pride could delay something beautiful. And that fear is quietly pushing her toward courage. You might notice small changes soon. Slightly longer eye contact. Slightly more open conversations. Slightly more emotional honesty. These are not accidents. They are signs of someone slowly choosing bravery over fear. The shocking confession behind your back was not the end of something. It was the beginning of her awakening to what you truly mean to her. She is terrified because this feels real. And when something feels real, it has the power to change everything. Don't skip what is unfolding between you. Stay till the end of this journey. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next move might not be yours. It might be hers. Tonight, something inside her shifted in a way she can no longer ignore. The silence between you is no longer empty to her. It is charged. Meaningful. Alive with everything she has not yet said. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After that confession behind your back, she tried to convince herself it was just a phase. Just emotion amplified by timing. But the more she observed you, the more impossible that explanation became. She started noticing how consistent you are. How you do not change your tone based on mood. How your presence feels steady even when situations shift. And that steadiness began to feel like something rare. Here is the part that truly surprised her. She realized she trusts you. Not because of promises. Not because of grand gestures. But because of patterns. The small, repeated actions that reveal character. The way you listen fully. The way you do not rush connection. The way you respect space. Trust was never part of her plan. And now it is quietly growing. She admitted that when she thinks about telling you the truth, her heart races. Not from panic. From anticipation. From the weight of vulnerability. She imagines looking into your eyes and saying what she whispered to someone else. But then she hesitates. Because once spoken, feelings become real in a different way. Stay till the end. Because this is where the confession becomes even more powerful. She is not only terrified of her emotions. She is terrified of how calm she feels around you. Calm can be more intense than excitement. Calm suggests compatibility. Stability. Potential longevity. And longevity is not something she imagined for herself recently. There was a moment when someone asked her directly, "Do you like him?" She did not answer immediately. She looked down. Smiled slightly. And said, "It's more than that." Those 3 words changed everything. She does not see you as temporary. She sees you as someone who could become deeply woven into her life. And that thought feels enormous. Don't skip. Because here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation hidden beneath her fear. She feels seen by you in a way she has never experienced before. Not admired. Not chased. Seen. You recognize her strengths without exaggerating them. You sense her moods without needing explanation. You respond to her silence without pressuring her to fill it. And that kind of emotional awareness makes her feel understood at a level she cannot ignore. She confessed that when you are near, she feels like a softer version of herself. More open. Less guarded. More honest. And that transformation both excites and unsettles her. Because it means you matter. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. She is slowly preparing herself to step forward. The distance you felt recently was not retreat. It was reflection. She needed to be sure. She needed to confirm that what she feels is not imagination. And every day, the feeling remains. She finds herself smiling at messages she pretends are casual. She rereads conversations she pretends were ordinary. She imagines moments she pretends are unrealistic. But deep down, she knows. The shocking confession behind your back was only the beginning. Since then, her feelings have grown stronger, not weaker. She admitted something else quietly. She is afraid you might not know how much you mean to her already. She worries that her hesitation might look like indifference. That her caution might look like uncertainty about you. But the truth is the opposite. Her hesitation is about protecting something precious. Stay till the end. Because the next layer of truth is profound. She is beginning to realize that you are not just someone she feels for. You are someone who challenges her to become braver emotionally. Someone who inspires her to open parts of herself she kept closed. And that kind of influence is life-changing. She wonders what would happen if she simply told you everything. If she allowed the mask of composure to fall. If she stopped pretending she is unaffected. She imagines your reaction. Your expression. Your response. And that imagined moment fills her with both excitement and trembling anticipation. Don't skip. Because this is where clarity emerges. She is not terrified of you. She is terrified of how right this feels. When something aligns so naturally, it forces you to reconsider everything you thought you wanted. It invites you to step into something deeper than comfort. She confessed that when she pictures her future now, you appear in it without effort. Not dramatically. Not loudly. Just there. Present. Steady. And that image feels peaceful. Peace can be more powerful than passion alone. Something huge is waiting for you because her fear is slowly transforming into courage. She is reaching a point where silence feels heavier than honesty. Where holding back feels more exhausting than speaking up. The confession behind your back was the first crack in her emotional wall. The next step may not happen suddenly. It may be subtle. A longer conversation. A deeper question. A moment where she lingers instead of leaving. But make no mistake. She is moving toward clarity. She knows now that you are not a passing presence. You are a meaningful chapter unfolding in real time. And the most shocking truth of all? She is starting to hope that this is mutual. Stay till the end of what is unfolding between you. Don't skip the quiet signals. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next confession might not be behind your back. It might be directly in front of you. The air between you is about to change in a way neither of you can pretend not to notice. Something has been building quietly, like a tide rising beneath calm water. And now, it is reaching a point where silence is no longer comfortable for her. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After everything she confessed behind your back, after all the reflection and hesitation, she reached a realization that startled her more than anything else: she does not want to lose the chance with you. That thought alone shook her. Because until now, she believed she could control the pace. She believed she could manage her feelings, keep them balanced, keep them contained. But the truth is, they have grown beyond quiet curiosity. They have become intention. She caught herself defending you in a conversation where no defense was even needed. She noticed how quickly she smiled when someone mentioned your name. She felt a subtle shift inside her when she imagined you stepping away. And that is when it became real. She is terrified not because she doubts you, but because she no longer doubts herself. She knows what she feels. And clarity can be overwhelming. Stay till the end. Because the shocking revelation hidden in this confession is deeper than you think. She admitted that you feel like someone she prayed for in moments when she thought no one was listening. Not in a dramatic way. Not in a desperate way. But in quiet wishes for someone steady, kind, emotionally aware. And when she realized you embody those qualities, she felt both gratitude and fear. Gratitude because you appeared. Fear because she does not want to mishandle something rare. She has started imagining what honesty would look like. Not a grand declaration. Not a cinematic speech. Just a simple, sincere conversation where she allows her guard to fall. She pictures herself telling you that your presence brings her peace. That your consistency makes her feel safe. That your depth challenges her in the best way. And every time she imagines that moment, her heart beats faster. Don't skip. Because here is what you may not realize: she has been watching for signs from you too. She analyzes your pauses. Your tone shifts. Your subtle expressions. She searches for reassurance without directly asking for it. She wants to be certain before she steps forward. But certainty is never perfect. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. She is closer to speaking than ever before. The fear that once made her retreat is now transforming into urgency. Not pressure. Not impatience. Just a quiet understanding that meaningful connections require courage. She knows that if she waits too long, doubt might grow where clarity now lives. She does not want misunderstanding to create distance where there is potential for closeness. There was another private admission recently. She said, "I think he feels it too." That sentence carried hope. Hope that you sense the shift. Hope that you recognize the depth forming beneath simple conversations. Hope that you are not as unaware as she sometimes fears. Stay till the end. Because this is where everything converges. The confession behind your back was never meant to stay hidden forever. It was the first crack in her composure. The first acknowledgement that this connection is different. And now, she is standing at the edge of a decision. She can continue pretending it is casual. Or she can step into honesty. She is terrified because honesty changes dynamics. It transforms possibility into reality. It invites response. But she is also tired of holding something so meaningful inside. She has started to realize that the greatest risk is not vulnerability. The greatest risk is silence. And you have unknowingly become the person she is willing to risk vulnerability for. Don't skip this moment. Because the next interaction between you might carry more weight than you expect. A longer look. A deeper question. A tone that lingers. These are not coincidences. They are signals. She is preparing herself. Preparing to speak without hiding behind humor. Preparing to express without minimizing. Preparing to let you see the full depth of what she feels. The shocking truth behind the title is no longer just a secret confession. It is a turning point. She is terrified because she knows that once she tells you, everything will shift. But she is also excited. Excited at the possibility that this connection could become something lasting. Something mutual. Something built on emotional honesty instead of assumption. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next chapter of this story will not be about whispers behind your back. It will be about courage face to face. Stay till the end of what is unfolding. Don't look away from the quiet signs. Because when she finally speaks, it will not be impulsive.